Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we are gonna do just a little short and sweet video, an informational video that I just wanted to share with you guys because I get a lot of questions about this from time to time, and I figured why not put it up here so you guys can reference it whenever you need. So today we're going to be figuring out how to calculate your macros and your calorie needs. So yeah, let's jump right in. Okay, so I'm gonna have these equations in the description below for you guys to reference, but I'm just gonna walk you through the calculations for like myself. I'm gonna use my metrics. So let's get started. All right, we're gonna be using my very trusty little whiteboard here so that I can show you guys what I'm doing. But, so there's a little bit of a difference between the male and the female formula. We're gonna do the female today, obviously, but I will provide the male down below. There's just like one extra thing in the calculation for men. But the first thing that you're gonna do when looking to find your macros is you wanna find your maintenance calories. So to do that, for women, we're going to take 10 times our weight in kilograms. So I weigh 145 pounds roughly, so I'm about 65 kilograms. We're gonna add 6.25. See if I can do this while this is up here like this. 6.25, and then we're gonna times that by our height in centimeters. I'm roughly 5'5", which is 65 inches, which is 165 centimeters. Then we're gonna subtract 5. We're gonna multiply our age, I'm 21. And then we are going to subtract 161. Okay, I did not think this through because I film on my phone, so I don't have a calculator, so we're gonna use my computer. So this is the formula. It's 10 times your weight in kilograms plus 6.25 times your height in centimeters minus 5 times 21 minus 161, 21 your age. So we're gonna calculate that. Okay, so this came out to be 1,415. Okay, so from there, you have a couple of options. You're then going to multiply this result by a number that is going to be equivalent to your activity level. Again, I'm gonna have this down in the description box below, but if you're sedentary, meaning very limited exercise, you're gonna multiply it by 1.2. If you're lightly active, you're gonna multiply it by 1.3. If you're moderately active, you're gonna multiply it by 1.5. Very active, 1.7. And extra active, 1.9. And extra active means like 2+ workouts a day, every day, like you're insane. So I consider myself very active. I work out 5 to 6 times a week. I'm on my feet all day, running around. I get around 13,000 steps every day. So I'm going to multiply this number by 1.725 for very active. So we're gonna take 14, 15. We're gonna multiply that by 1.725. That is equal to 2,440. 2,440, that's my maintenance calories. That is the number that I should eat at to maintain my current weight. Do I eat that much? No. Am I working on it? Yes. So this is your maintenance calories. This is where you're going to kind of base your goals off of. If you're looking to gain muscle and weight, you're going to increase this number by about 100 to 200, I would say, to start. If you're looking to lose weight, lose fat, you're going to decrease this number by about 100 to 200 again, and then you will slowly keep working your way down or keep working your way up, whatever your goals may be. I have a completely other video on that as well. So from here, we're gonna calculate our macros. What are macros? Carbs, fats, proteins. Typically, and this is typically, it's gonna be different for everybody based on your goals yet again. Typically, the macro recommendations are for carbs, 45 to about 65% of your total calories, fats, 20 to about 35% of your typical calories, and proteins, 10 to about 35% of your typical calories. So right now, my current split is sitting around 40% carb, 30% protein, and 30% fat. So we're just gonna go from there. So what we're gonna do, so we've got 40% carb, 30% protein, 30% fat. Okay? Carbs, 4 calories per gram. Protein, 4 calories per gram. Fat, 9 calories per gram. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna multiply this number by 0.4, 0.3, and 0.3, and then I'm gonna divide it by 4, 4, and 9. So 2440 times 0.4 equals 976 divided by 4. That is really bad. I'm sorry I don't have a bigger whiteboard. We're going to divide that by 4. That's about 244 carbs. Next, we're going to do proteins. We're going to take 2440 times 0.3. That's 732. And we're going to divide that by 4. So that's about 185. And then it's going to be the same for fat, but we're going to divide it by 9. And that's going to be about 82 grams. This is in grams. Okay, so when you're calculating this, what I always do when I'm calculating my specific macro breakdown is I look at protein first. So what I did here is completely fine, just going through and multiplying by the percentage and dividing by the calories per gram. However, that is a lot of protein for me. I weigh about 145 pounds, and with protein, we want to try to get about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of weight. So for me, the max amount of protein that I really want to get is going to be about 145 grams. So that's a little bit much for me, meaning my protein might be a little bit less, which would give me a little bit more room here with the carbs and here with the fats. But this is going to be typical, a typical split. I would say right now my current split. So let's see that if I do 2440. So if I would go up to my maintenance calories, I would be roughly around 25% protein, so probably up to about 35% fat to give it a little bit of an equal carb to fat ratio. It can go either way. If you like to eat more carbs, you can do a higher percentage of carbs and lower percentage of fat. You could do a higher percentage of fat, lower percentage of carbs, or pretty much split equally, which is what I like to do just to give myself a little bit more flexibility. But that is the gist of it. Like I said, all these equations are going to be down below. What you're going to do first is you're going to calculate your macros. So this is your TDEE. This is your maintenance calories. And then you're going to find what macro split works best for you. Like I said, carbs, 45 to about 65%, fats, 20 to about 35%, and proteins, 10 to about 35% of your total calories. And you're gonna get 4 calories per gram for carbs and proteins and 9 calories per gram for fats. And you know, you can play around with it a bunch. As long as you have this number, you can switch these up, play around with them, figure out what works best for you, and it's really easy to find. Another way that you can do it is using an app to track your calories if you like to do that. I personally use the First Form app. I really enjoy the way that they have their nutrition tracking side set up, and they did my macro split for me, which is why it's a little bit different than what I did here, but I'm really liking it so far. So I'll also link that app below for you all as well if you're interested in using an app to track your calories and macros. So I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope it was informational and that you are able to use this to your advantage. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to help support me, and I'll see you next week.